Hey, it's Saturday, story time. I'm gonna tell you a story about when I was in high school, and I worked for Davidson Marine on Estes Parkway in Longview. It's a very popular marine dealership. They sold Mercury motors, Ranger boats, and Skeeter boats. Our master mechanic, his name was Preacher. That's his nickname. Everybody called him Preacher. Mr. Davidson hired me, but he passed away. He had a heart attack. And his wife Evelyn was running the place. And Evelyn, she was quite a character. She had a little bit of a temper. She always liked me fine. There was an old man pulled in there one day, and he was jumping up and down, and he really wanted his boat fixed today. And I told him, I said, we're about 2 or 3 weeks behind. And he said, no, that's not gonna work. So we went out back and unloaded his boat and trailer and parked it. And he said, what time today can I get that boat? And I said, well, we've already discussed that. We're about 3 weeks behind, and we'll call you as soon as we get to it. We'll get to it as quick as we can. Well, it wasn't good enough for him. It was a hot day. We was both sweating. Oh man, he had a pair of bib overalls on, and he pulled his handkerchief out of his back pocket. He kind of mopped his forehead off, mopped his face, and I felt something in my stomach, and it was a J-frame Smith 38 special, and he had it shoved right in my stomach, finger on the trigger. He said, I carry this for people to give me trouble. And he didn't use the word trouble. Well, I was a teenager, and if I was a full-grown man, I'd probably been even scarier because he had his finger on the trigger. I thought, he's fixing to blow my guts out. He didn't. He left. He said, you have that boat ready today. And so I went inside, and Miss Davidson could see that I was upset. She said, what's wrong? And I said, that old man pulled a pistol on me, shoved it right in my gut. Said he wanted his boat done today. Well, about noon, she called him. She said, hey, your boat's ready to be picked up. And I bet you he really thought he pulled the wool over our eyes. But he come in there, hooked up to his boat, come inside. He says, what I owe you? Miss Davidson said, you don't owe me nothing. He said, we didn't work on your boat. We're not gonna work on your boat. You're never gonna come in here again. He says, if you do, I'm gonna shoot you. She was serious too. She didn't take no. He looked over at me, and I wasn't saying nothing. I was afraid he was gonna pull that pistol out and shoot me right there, but he didn't. He got in his vehicle and he left, and we never saw him again. And I was sure glad. That's a story about the old man pulling a pistol on me at Davidson Marine. Hope you enjoyed the story. If you got a funny story, drop down in the comments and tell me about it. I'll talk to you later.